Hello and welcome to the Superhero Hub. I'm Sam,
I'm
and today we're going to be reviewing.
Supergirl.
Yep, this episode is called Star-Crossed, and it's supposed to be a crossover, but in usual Supergirl fashion. See, this is my annoyance. It's like, oh, it's going to be a crossover episode, but just like Invasion, the episode is basically a Supergirl episode, and then in the last 2 minutes it'll be like setting up the crossover. It's like, yo, don't call it a crossover episode unless the whole thing's going to be a crossover. You know what I mean? See, it's going to go into the Flash, and the Flash is going to be a crossover because it's going to have both of them in it for the whole episode, as opposed to 2 seconds setting it up.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I think it's what they're doing. They did it again. I think next season it will be different. There's going to be another big crossover, right, of all the shows. I think then they'll change it, probably because they got a lot of stick for that last time. I imagine they're probably going to get some again for doing this as well.
Yeah, because the flipping, I get that it's like Monday, and because Supergirl's obviously on Monday and all the other shows follow. But it's interesting now. Legends of Tomorrow's on Tuesday with the Flash as well. So last time it was on last time they had the crossover, it was on a Thursday. So I mean that'd be the last one. But now it's moved to a Tuesday.
Yeah, and also it seems to be, unlike when the invasion happened, it seems to be so easy for them to cross over now into the dimensions. It's not like they have that excuse anymore.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Yeah, so let's get on to this episode. Obviously, last episode you had the massive ship with Terry Hatcher and Kevin Sorbo on, and obviously it turns out they're mum and dad Daxam, and obviously they've come, and complete rip-off of Man of Steel with General Zod. You know, all the TVs flash, and it's like, yo, we want him in 24 hours or we'll take him by force. It's like, that's pretty much word for word exactly what happened in Man of Steel. So
never mind word for word, it's like the same, even the same visuals, really.
Yeah, I mean,
like it's literally the same thing.
I couldn't believe it. I was, oh my god, as if they just blatantly ripped that off of Man of Steel.
But it's not surprising though, is it? Because we've talked before about how, you know, Batman is all over Arrow, so they've just done the exact same thing, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah. So obviously they've come for Mon-El. Supergirl flies up to the ship and tries to take it on. She gets blasted, so you know he goes there. He's like, you wanna know what? I'm not gonna let anyone get hurt. I surrender. Come beam me up. So, you know, they're all kind of loved up and stuff like that, and there's a hint to the musical because she's Funemployment. So she's on the sofa. It's like a point I was going to bring up like a few episodes, but her like apartment's massive. I was like, her bedroom's like huge.
Yeah, it is, but you know, this is what happens in TV. That everyone's got overtly big faces that they can never afford. That's the big thing about Friends. How no one could afford that where they are. So you know, it is. I don't know why she's got so big in the apartment. I don't know what she does in it. I mean, presumably she's barely ever there. She's just Supergirl, but yeah, what the hell.
Exactly. But I mean, flipping out, our bedroom's about as big as my whole house. So anyway, yeah, we'll move away from that. Obviously, they're like, oh, what do you want to do? And it's like, oh, watch TV. And it's like, oh, let's watch a musical. It's like, whatever. So they're super loved up, crazy loved up. And obviously, in the cold light of day, obviously Mon-El goes up to the ship and it's like, oh, I'm the Prince of Daxam and they need him to make Daxam great again. Trademark. Copyright. So yeah, I mean, the amount of references on this show to popular culture, as it were, or unpopular culture is just crazy. Like every episode they make a reference, but you know, each to their own. So yeah, and obviously comes the fallout, which is like the whole of her kind of thing. She's mad at Mon-El for lying to her, blah 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 blah. What do you think of that? Do you think she should
Not
forgive?
much. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm judgmental.
If you were her, would you forgive him?
Yes.
I would too. Right. So the other kind of plot arc, which I found extremely annoying, is like they made like Winn's girlfriend like a criminal. It's like, knock it off. Let the kid be happy. See, I was kind of thinking, right, are they kind of like messing with him? Are they trying to like push him closer to being like some sort of like next generation toy man? Because obviously his father was toy
No,
man, and
never.
obviously I was thinking like subliminally, like, are they trying to like make him real bitter and kind of make him turn or something over the course of however many episodes? But yeah, so it turns out his girlfriend, like, nice plot device that it just happens her race can't be photographed and she don't show up on CCTV. It's
Yeah.
like, what does that even mean? That was just crazy. This show's the best. I mean, flipping out these
I
aliens.
mean, this is going. He's not going to turn evil. He is. Talk about references. He's Xander from Buffy. That's his role on the show, and they've just given him a girlfriend who is going to be a criminal for now, and they'll probably be together for a couple of years. Maybe they'll kill her off at some point, but you can see this coming from a mile off.
I thought, oh, they're happy, and I kind of like their chemistry, and I thought, oh, she's okay, and he's kind of better for it, and then they kind of make her into a criminal. I was thinking, and the fact that they kind of rectify it in like one episode as well, it's like, well, why wouldn't they have just, come up with something else? But I mean, if they didn't really do that, literally the whole episode would have been Kara and Mon-El umming and ahhing for the whole thing. So I
Yeah,
guess.
but I guess he's not the star of the show, and he's not going to get that big of a role in every episode, is he? So I figure they'd get it out of the way in one, whether you like that or not. Personally, I don't either, but
He's probably easily the best supporting character.
um, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, they spent another kind of point I was thinking while watching it is they spent some money on it because, I mean, the ship looked good, the missiles looked good, and then they did a flashback to Daxam. I was thinking, yo, they spent some cash on this episode. They're probably like, yo, it's a crossover episode, so give us a couple hundred more thousand, and they just like nothing to do with the crossover.
That damn flashback. God, how heavy-handed was that? Everyone's evil. It's the worst place they've ever been. We get it. I mean, really. There's not one decent person there. It's just the guards, like, oh, how overly. The guard's basically a bloody Nazi, wasn't he?
Mm.
Because I think he was even blonde. Like, I mean, where do they think they're going to go with this with Mon-El?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Obviously, I think, right. So what I'm trying to think what his issue is now, because right, they're umming and ahhing for the whole episode, and then obviously with Winn and his girlfriend, he decides to forgive her. Would you have forgiven her?
if I was him, yeah, he's not going to do any better, is he?
Yeah, so basically the girlfriend's like a thief, and she tricks guys and stuff like that to steal paintings, but it's all to get her brother out of the debt. And they kind of reminded us that, oh yeah, Fort Ross obviously still did crash. I know we ain't talked about it for like 1.5 seasons, but that was like a point at the start. Obviously they haven't mentioned Fort Ross, but like the buyer is like one of the aliens who escaped from there. So yeah, they kind of rectify that, arrest the alien. She's cool, he forgives her, and then it's just like they have a little chat. Yo, should I forgive Mon-El? Obviously, every 10 seconds with Mon-El, there was with Terry Hatcher, she was like mugging off Kryptonians. Like every other word was something to slight the Kryptonians and stuff like that. It's not whatever, you know what I mean? It's not their fault their planet blew up and happened to take yours with it. But I mean, they must have had issues beforehand. So I think she's one of them people who's just like, it don't matter what we do. You guys are worse or whatever. So
And maybe it'd be nice if, and maybe they will. It's just, she was in a brief teaser at the end of the other episode, but this is the first one she's really been in. And so same with Sorbo. Maybe they'll go more into depth with why they hate Krypton. Maybe
I think because they're like second rate, aren't they? Like people, like pretty much everyone on Daxam are Kryptonians because they left and went to Daxam and then kind of built there and then like renounced Krypton. It's like is pretty much the Americans, like when the British left to go to America and then became Americans and denounced the English and the King. It's pretty much that, except it's Krypton and Daxam. You know what I mean? So I mean, I wouldn't really be, to be honest, if I was, I wouldn't really be bitter. But the fact that Krypton blew up and happened to like take you with them, it's like, well, what do you expect to do? You know what I mean?
I think it would be better.
I'd be like, to be honest, come on. There's not much. You'd think they'd have like a planetary shield or something to like protect them.
I don't think that's even the thing. I think he literally just made that up. Also, like, it would be, I don't think they're going to do this, but it would be interesting maybe if they kind of played in that the Daxamites warned Krypton in a similar way Zor-El did, but their arrogance kind of stopped them from listening to it, something like that. I don't think they're going to do it, though. I think, like I say, that flashback is indicative of what they're going for, which is just a heavy-handed, they're all bad people kind of crap. Or at least the royal family, that is, obviously, the people are enslaved.
It's interesting because I think, like, Terry Hatcher wears the trousers. It's like Kevin Sorbo, kind of. He seems like the kind of nice one. Which is interesting because you'd think, like, he like, is the king. You'd think he'd, like, be, like, the main one, but it's like she is, so it's just
yeah,
like...
but it's Supergirl, it's going to be a feminist show, isn't it? And they did... I think the first season was kind of similar with Non and whoever the hell his wife was, right? So... makes sense.
I forget her name. So yeah, so yeah, they go through that, they and ah, and then very sad at the end. Kara calls it a day, not a dry eye.
It's not sad. It's just doing my head in. It's it reminds you of the worst thing about
I felt bad.
Arrow, right? It's just overly
I felt
soap opera crap.
Yeah, but I felt bad when he was crying because if there was beef between Oliver and Felicity and Arrow, Oliver wouldn't cry. But I think the fact he proper
thank God he wouldn't.
What, you don't rate him for crying? You don't rate Mon-El for crying? I kind of felt bad for him. I was like, oh damn. So what's he?
I'm doing my head in. I mean, honestly, God, how emasculating can you be? It's pathetic. I mean, I don't mind him crying, but at least cry when the door closes and you're down the street, not in front of her.
Yeah, she cried when the door was closed.
Exactly, she's more of a man than he is. It's ridiculous.
So yeah, he goes up to...
But the dude hasn't had a fight since he got, like... Who was it? Like, Parasite, like, thrashed him, like, episodes ago. He's done nothing. He stands there in the DO watching her be a hero, and now he has to cry like a bitch. It's pathetic.
Yeah, so maybe she's just that good. But another point as well I want to bring up now, you mentioned him not doing anything. Like, when Kara was, like, flying and stuff, when she got whacked by the missile, and then Martian Manhunter was like, oh, I'm going to go there and back her up, and he was like, oh yeah, I'm going to go too, and I was thinking, I swear he can't fly.
He can't do anything.
I'm still yet to see him fly, so I was thinking, how the hell is he going to get up there and like back it up, you know what I mean? Is he just going to heat vision from the ground? I was just thinking, if he can even heat vision, but I was thinking, yo, we ain't seen you fly, stop making claims, you know what I mean? I'm glad they kind of nipped that in the bud, because I would have liked to seen how they would have explained that, but I'm pretty sure he can't fly. So yeah, he went up to the ship. What happened then? I'm trying to think.
Well, the first time they had the conversation, Kara was there, right? And they had.
No, I'm talking about the last time, right? They've gone up, and then he's like, oh yeah,
he's like, oh yeah, blah blah blah. He tried to make some big stand about how he's going to change, and he wants them to leave, and he demands they go. And they look genuinely upset, and Kevin Sorbo kind of sent him back, and that was it.
I was kind of I was expecting Mon-El to just be like, right, I'm gonna blow up this planet. I don't know why, but I just kind of thought that. But I mean, yeah, this crossover is going to be doofy because we'll do the last 2 minutes now. Yeah, it's going to be doofy, but credit where credit's due. Darren Criss was kind of okay as the music meister. I thought it was going to be overly doofy, but I thought, you know what, this guy's pretty good.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it was only like a minute or so, so I'm not going to judge it, but it's fine.
His performance was good.
But he hasn't started singing yet, has he? Though?
Yeah, his powers. He can sing. Don't worry.
I know he can sing. It's just whether I want him to sing.
You're gonna love it. I've seen like there's teasers of like the songs and stuff like that, and there's a lot of friendship, Super Friends references. So
I'll give it a miss.
I know you like that sort of stuff.
Is there original music?
Oh, it's so it's gonna be so doofy. Of course, it's original music. It's going to be so doofy about how it's like. I think one of them's like the best power we've got is friendship. So prepare yourself for that. I know you're gonna love it. I thought his performance was good. I think his power's pretty sick as well. When when he has them under, like when he does the eye stuff as you saw it, but when he's kind of in control of them or whatever, he gets their powers as well. So I think that's pretty sick, you know what I mean? He could be a sick character. I wouldn't mind having his power really. Yeah, I wouldn't use it to sing and dance, but I mean pretty much you can comatose people and take their powers, so that's pretty decent, right?
I guess.
Yeah. So let's talk numbers, unless there's anything else you want to kind of bring up. Yeah, he's gone off to go get the Flash as well. So
Yeah, I think we got pretty much everything right. I mean, that Alex and what's her face, the girlfriend, had a brief moment, but there was not much there. Jimmy got his ass kicked again.
well, he was back, yeah. See, I think it's better when he don't talk, he just pops up and gets battered, yeah. That fight with the alien, he was getting dashed through every... I don't think there was a single window he didn't get through. I'm pretty sure he got dashed through about 6 windows over the course of that fight. I was like, yo, are there going to be any left?
I mean, that's alright. I don't mind him doing that, as long as he doesn't, try to hook up with Supergirl and talk too much. Cool.
Yeah, it's better when he don't talk, he just turns up and like gets battered. So yeah, let's talk numbers.
I'll go over 6.5.
That's a bit low. I'd give it
too much soapy relationship stuff for me. It's doing my head in.
I'll give it 7.5. I thought the effects were pretty good. The Daxam flashback, that looked pretty sick. The meteorites and stuff.
Yeah, I thought it, for me, it's just a bit heavy-handed. I've talked before, and I do like Mon-El personality-wise, but he is too emasculated for me now. He's done nothing, and now he's just stood there and cried. Yeah, and again, I don't mind a man crying, but for Christ's sake, cry and be manly at the same time, not what that was, which was awful.
I can feel that. I'd give it a solid 7.5.
No, fair enough.
So yeah, that's our review of Supergirl episode, and the episode is called Star-Crossed. So we'll see you in the next episode. I'm Sam.
I'm Matt.
This has been the Superhero Hub.